Hey guys, I just want to give you guys a quick little update of Spyro the Reignited trilogy. I know it's probably a little late for that because, for one thing, we already have plenty of people who have been covering it non-stop from, well, two obvious names being Jordan Finge and Crystal Fissure. But I want to take this point now with the reveal of the new box cover, for the game, which looks amazing. But we'll get to that in a second. I want to hopefully give you guys the chance to be caught up to date with what has been happening. So, as I'm speaking right now, I'm going to go ahead and show you some of the concept art that has been popping up for the past week or two. And the concept art, as well as some of the screenshots we've been getting lately, are amazing looking. Like, this stuff looks really cool. And it really shows that this is all being done with a lot of love and passion for the original trilogy. I can't really say for sure whether or not the game will necessarily be good until, at least in terms of gameplay, until it actually comes out in September, which is, funny enough, only a few months from now. Wow, time really has flown by, hasn't it? Hard to believe we're already about halfway done with 2018. And there's still the Insane Trilogy finally coming out to Xbox One, which I'll definitely be getting that shortly after it finally comes out. And what makes me happy about that is that the release date had been pushed forward to, I think, hold on, did they say? Yeah, June 29th of this month. So that makes me excessively happy. But as I mentioned earlier, and as the title of the video would suggest, what made me especially happy for today is the official new cover art for the game, which looks amazing. There's a lot more going on. We actually get to see all three of the main antagonists throughout the trilogy in this cover art here. We have to the left, we have Nasty Nork, who kind of looks like a nice little fusion between his original design and the one from A Hero's Tale. But still, in the end, looking really cool, like his own unique thing in the end. The Sorceress on the top right, who, speaking of Hero's Tale, she kind of reminds me a little bit of the alligator enemies from the swamp region of that game. Maybe that was kind of the idea of the original design, I don't know, but it looks really cool regardless. The only one I might have a slight hang-up with is Ripto. I get it, he was a short guy with a big head, but they really went all the way with that. And I can admire them for doing that, but given that I just grew up so much with with Spyro 2 and I'm so used to that kind of design choice as well as the proportions, it doesn't, I don't want to say it looks bad, because it doesn't. The design in many ways is still kind of cool, but just in terms of like the head size, it looks a little off to me. Like, maybe it'll be a little bit more properly proportioned in the final release, but for now, that's just how I feel. It's still a really cool design regardless. They all look cool. And we also see in the artwork some of the game's enemies, including some we already saw up to this point with the Norks and the Shepherds and the Sheepdogs. And but this one reveals enemies from the other games finally. To the top, we have both the aforementioned Sorceress, but we also have the Ninja Rhinox from Fireworks Factory. And also from Fireworks Factory, we have what are the two dragons from one of the missions that you have to defeat. And they look pretty cool here. I love the silly little expression that the purple one on the right is giving. And as for the enemies from Spyro 2, they look pretty cool too. These are enemies specifically from the level Skelos Badlands. We have here the lava lizards, which are looking a lot more like cartoonish raptors now with wings. The wings thing is still a little weird to me, but whatever, it's cartoons. And of course the fire enemies from that level, who are looking fairly different from before. We actually see they have more distinct heads and hands from within the flames, which is kind of nice, and it does indeed look pretty cool. And of course, I'd be damned to not have mentioned Spyro himself, who is looking pretty cool. They place him pretty well prominently in the center with the name above him, and I like the idea that they divide some of these different worlds through means of where he's positioned, even more so than with Crash on the cover for the Reignited trilogy. Not Reignited, Insane trilogy, my bad. Is that they're clearly divided by where he's positioned. Good example of this, not only are Artisans and Skelos Badlands positioned on the exact opposite of each other and are beautifully well divided in a way that's artistically clever, but the section of what I'm pretty sure is Fireworks Factory is positioned in the area in the negative space of his horns, which is very nice. It also appears to me like they seem to be getting on the right track of getting the gems right. Oh, and one last thing that's kind of a cute little thing. You can see the cute little baby dragon on top of the giant skeleton. Aww. Bottom line, this cover is really cool. Let me adjust my camera here for a second. The cover here is looking pretty dang sweet, if I do say so myself. And with all the other stuff that I just showed you at the beginning, all I can say is I have the highest of hopes for this game, more so than I did since the trailer 2 months ago. Yeah, I don't really know much else to say. If you really want a good idea of how much I am now falling in love with what Toys for Bob are doing more than ever, you can find this cover on Twitter fairly easily if you just look up Spyro the Dragon on Twitter. And I made a funny little GIF tweet with that bit from Kung Fu Panda 2, and when Po and the gang are flying towards the screen in a very cool, stylish way, and in slow-mo, he's like, "I love you guys." It's that one. Because, honestly, I can't think of any other perfect representation to represent how I'm feeling about this right now. I'm trying my hardest to still keep my excitement contained somewhat, because, and this was from and I was discussing this with my brother, and this was related to those stupid videos people have been making about the new Pokemon game coming out this year for Nintendo Switch. At least I'm pretty sure it's Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I think it's Nintendo Switch. Regardless, I don't know if this game will be phenomenal. I have the highest of hopes that it will be, all things considered, but that's that. Not really much else I can say from here, so I might make another one of these, say, maybe in a few weeks, maybe sometime early next month. I don't know. I just wanted to finally go ahead and get this off my chest now, but be prepared, because with other things that have been happening while I've been away, I have quite a few reaction videos coming up for tomorrow on Saturday, so definitely be excited for that, and yeah, not much else to say from here, so this is King Gargantua saying, take care.